The Arab Peace Initiative has offered Israel a place in the neighborhood and more. Acceptance by 57 nations, the one-third of the UN members that do not recognize Israel.
Israel is on high alert, expecting a retaliatory attack from Iran and expecting it soon. CBN Middle East correspondent Julie Stahl has more.
Touring an Air Force base, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said, while the war in Gaza continues, the military is ready for fights in other areas as well.
We're in the middle of the war in Gaza, which continues in full force. At the same time, we continue our non-stop efforts to return our hostages, but we are also preparing for scenarios of challenges from other arenas.
Israeli military spokesman Daniel Hagari says if Iran does attack, it's proof they intend to escalate the fighting in the Middle East.
In the last few months, we have improved and advanced our offensive capabilities, and we will know how to act where needed.
We established a simple principle: whoever hurts us, we hurt him. We are preparing to meet the security needs of the State of Israel, both in defense and in attack.
Iran is promising to retaliate for what is widely believed to have been an Israeli strike, destroying Iran's consulate in Damascus and killing top Iranian military commanders. Middle East expert Yigal Carmon told CBN News Tehran has a mega plan to bring the Middle East under Shiite Iranian hegemony through the use of proxies, and it won't be distracted by the bombing.
Their immediate target is the Kingdom of Jordan. They go for the big thing. The big thing is to cause demonstration that will remove the King of Jordan. And that, if they succeed, will be an immensely devastating blow to Israel. To have a border of 500 kilometers on the other side, to have militias like in Iraq.
With the threat of an attack by Iran in the headlines, the State Department is warning its staffers here in Israel to limit their travel to the areas around Tel Aviv, Jerusalem, and the southern city of Beersheba. The U.S. is promising to back Israel if Iran attacks, and the top American military commander for the Middle East region is in Israel to coordinate with the Israeli military.
The goal of the operation is, of course, to destroy Hamas's ability to rehabilitate itself in the area.
Some believe Iran doesn't want a major escalation in the Middle East, but Israel is making it clear it will be ready if Iran does strike. Julie Stahl, CBN News, Jerusalem.
I want to continue our coverage now with CBN Middle East Bureau Chief Chris Mitchell, who's joining us from Jerusalem. So, Chris, there are reports saying Iran will retaliate against Israel within the next 48 hours. What can you tell us about that?
Well, I can tell you that's what U.S. intelligence is warning about, and actually it could be here on Israeli soil. And I have heard those reports as well. In fact, I got an email earlier today from the U.S. State Department, as Julie said in her report, about warning about different places to travel. Many Israeli analysts are saying, too, there might be an attack here, maybe over the weekend. But I think it's worth considering what Yigal Carmon said in Julie's report. Excuse me, Iran's thinking long-term. Excuse me again, they're thinking strategically. And the next country they see is Jordan. And if they can encircle Israel, including Jordan, that would be a huge victory for them. They care less about this tic-for-tac, even though it was a very strategic or a very tactical strike against one of their main architects of October 7th and one of the main generals in the Islamic army. It remains to be seen exactly what they'll do, but they think they're looking at long-term and strategically.
All right, Chris, throughout all of this, many are certainly wondering what is the latest when it comes to hostage negotiations. What are you hearing?
Well, for hostage negotiations, it's really pretty bleak for the hostages that are remaining right now, because the conditions look very bad. It looks like they haven't been getting good food. They haven't been getting medical attention. It seems like many of the the women there have been sexually abused. So it's very, very difficult for them. And it seems very bleak because Hamas is upping its demands on these people. These tragically have been there for more than 6 months. So very difficult for those hostages right now.
Indeed, frightening.